Hey guys, Ningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And yes, you can see I did something, was it a mistake? Who knows? You see that in the title. So, on JP, we now have an awakening for the AGL Shape Up Buu. And he's actually really good. His leader skill is, you know, just whatever, 90% 3 key. It's not the worst, but I guess you could use him as a sub-lead in Battlefield if you don't have a better option. But super attack, he does supreme damage with a medium chance to stun, which is 30%, so not too bad. And then his passive is now attack and defense 150%, which is good. Key +3, plus an additional attack and defense 150%, and a high chance of evading enemies' attacks for 7 turns from the start of the turn. So that is 50%. So for the first 7 turns that you have this guy, so if you get him on turn 1, it's like the first 14 turns of the event, essentially, because you'll see him come up 7 times. He has 300% attack and defense and a 50% chance to dodge. 3 key, so he'll probably auto super as long as he's with even one person that shares a key link with him. So that is pretty good, right? His links are probably his worst part for some of the teams that he fits on. So he has the Innocence, Revival, Brainiacs, Margin, Shocking Speed, Infinite Regeneration, and Fierce Battle. So it's good that he has Fierce Battle, because that definitely makes him a little bit more useful. But this, of course, is only on JP. So on Global, we currently only have this version right here, the SSR, that can go up to UR. His leader skill is even worse, but he does supreme damage with a 20% chance to stun. And then he gets attack 80% and an additional attack and defense 40% for 7 turns. So you can see this 7 turns thing got a huge buff. And then this got a massive buff, because this is only attack. So it's attack 80%, no defense. So then for the first 7 turns, he has 40% defense and like 120% attack. So his defense is only 40% at max. And then after 7 turns, he loses that. So he gets no defensive buff whatsoever. And yeah, his link set is still pretty bad. So I decided to do something pretty crazy, and I know I'm going to rainbow him for when the TUR comes out, because the TUR is actually really good, and I'll obviously do a video of him when the awakening comes to Global. But I wanted to try out just how bad this version of him is at Rainbow Star while we wait for his awakening to come. So let's hop over to the gameplay and find out. Okay, here we are in game, and we are using Buu on the transformation boost team, so we can run double cooler leads, and they can act as support units. We also have like Kid Buu. His best linking partner really is another Margin character, and this Buu does fit in quite nicely. They got quite a few links coming up there, and this guy does have Fierce Battle, so that definitely helps. You can see from Goku's health, the turn 1 Buu wasn't on rotation, so it got through turn 1. And now we can see, so this is the first turn of his passive being active, and let's see what he can do. He's got a pretty good rotation, he's got his best link partner, and then we have a 30% buff from Cooler. So he did actually get over 1 million. I was actually kind of wondering if we were going to be able to see him break 1 million. So he did straight away with support, so that's not bad. Obviously his best rotation is going to be with Kid Buu in the 3rd slot. Obviously with our health high enough to trigger that 50% buff, because that will be a huge increase for him. That'll be his best rotation for sure. And then I did bring some attack up items, just because I was, like I say, I wasn't even sure if we were going to be able to break 1 million attack stat with him. So we'll see. I think there might be one rotation while we get everything set up where there won't be a support unit. So it'll be interesting to see if he actually gets to 1 million just from his links and his passive. And then of course we are going to get to the point where his passive will have run out, and we can see just how badly he does then, because I imagine if we put him in front of some attacks, we might actually die in that turn. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. So Kid Buu takes him out, so we should have so we're going to have type disadvantage now. So we have Cooler on rotation again. Okay, so let's see. Obviously the earlier stages of the Goku event aren't the hardest hitting, but so his defense is 87,000. I mean, it's not terrible. I guess Cooler's is only 92,000 currently, but okay, let's see. So Go ahead and do this. I'm very interested to see how much he's going to take from these normal attacks. Hopefully he doesn't get supered, but I mean this team does have like almost 400k HP, so we probably won't die. So obviously, yeah, same attack stat. Got basically the exact same rotation as we did last time. That damage though, oof. And so we did get supered, 180. And their normal attack's only 6,000. The 6,000 from the normal attack is actually not that bad, but yeah, that was some pretty big damage from the super attack. Yeah, see, this Boo takes double digits. He gets stronger with STR orbs, and I think we only picked up 2 or 3, so he was in no way at his best, and he was just taking double digits. I guess the Fit Boo does have type disadvantage. But you think about like that huge buff, so the highest buff that he's getting at the moment is 120% attack and 40% defense. When his passive is active after his awakening, he's going to have 300% in total. So he's actually going to be insanely good. And then, yeah, the 50% chance to dodge for the first 7 turns. So obviously here we're just showing off what he does, and then I want to see the turn where it runs out. But obviously he's not designed for the Legendary Goku event, his awakening, because despite the fact that he gets all of that power, obviously it's only 4-7 turns. The fact that he keeps 150% afterwards is still pretty decent, but I don't think it's good enough to get him to the kind of defensive levels you want when you get to the end and start fighting like in UI Goku. So yeah, things like Super Battle Road though, where all of the fights are pretty much easily done by 7 turns. That means that passive is never going to run out. So he's going to be at 300% and 50% chance to dodge like the entire time. So unfortunately, our health is too low to get Kid Boo's passive off. So the secondary part is 30%. Okay. So basically the same. So the same as Cooler. So it's just going to be the same rotation again. So at least the Marching guys do share a bunch of links that give them health regen, because we are basically back up to full health after we took that super attack from Goku previously. So come on, get a crit. So I think the best build for this guy, because he's going to get that 50% dodge chance for 7 turns, and you're probably only going to use him in events where that's going to be effective for the whole sort of thing. I went for the 15 crit and 11 additional. Obviously, you guys know I love to give pretty much every unit 3 dodge, but I feel like if the unit has like a 50% built-in chance, then it's just not really worth having that random like 3% separate trigger. Obviously, it means technically that would be able to be done after the first 7 turns, but yeah, it would only be a 3% chance, and then of course in the Legendary Goku event you can't dodge at the end anyway. So actually, let's just do this. So I healed up with the defensive item just because this is going to be a very strong defensive rotation anyway, unless maybe Cooler gets supered, because I do want to try and get Kid Boo's passive active, because I think the next time we get Kid Boo together with the Shape Up Boo, his passive will have run out. So because yeah, we'll be interesting to see. We'll be able to tell if we check his defense. So fortunately Frieza got the super, so now with the defensive item and both the Coolers buffing each other, I can't imagine they're going to take a lot of damage here, even though it is from an AGL enemy. So plus they lower attack actually, and he can still be attack lowered at this point. So that is yeah, he's just not going to do any damage to them now. So I think the next turn is the last turn that we have Boo's passive, so let's check his stats. If I remember rightly, this Cell gives 30% as well, so we've basically seen him with the exact same attack stat every single turn. Yeah, 30%, because he's basically always been on rotation with a 30% support. Oh, he can't super attack though, really. I guess this guy's been attack lowered a bunch, so let's do this. So where's his defense? Yeah, see, his defense now is 100,000, but the problem is this is the last turn of his passive, so let's go ahead and do this. Oh, I did not realise the Dokkan mode was about to go off. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter, because like I said, it's the same attack stat that we've seen every single turn. So we kind of already knew what we were going to get with him with a 30% support. So the interesting one is going to be the next turn when he comes up again, because that's when his passive runs out, and the only part of his passive still active is attack plus 80%. So he's going to have no defense. If we finish off Goku this turn as well, we're going to be against a tech enemy. So pretty sure we're going to die. Just going to say that now. He still didn't crit the entire time. There's an additional normal at least. But yeah, see, him having that 50% chance to dodge is going to be very, very nice. And then of course, yeah, Cell gets a crit. So yeah, I guess this is where we're going to end up dying. But I mean, kind of the point of the second half of this video was to show how he's definitely not quite ready for getting that Rainbow Star just yet. But I had a bunch of AGL orbs from the... I think I put a bunch into 13 and then I've just been saving them. So I thought, why not do it now? I'm only going to do it when he gets his awakening anyway. So I figured it would be quite interesting just to see what he's actually capable of doing right now. And yeah, it's not really a lot. You could run him on representatives of Universe 7 with the double Goku and Frieza leads, because obviously their combined leader skill is technically the highest in the game. It's only going to top this transformation one by like 14%. But then the problem there is that he doesn't really have any good linking partners on that team. So obviously he's from that one episode of Super, so obviously he's in the Universe Survival Saga category and representatives of Universe 7, but like he just doesn't fit with any of them, like at all. So right, okay, so we got the 30% from Cooler, 67,000. That's actually higher than I thought. I mean, it is obviously considerably lower than it was before, but let's see what our attack stat is going to be. I feel like it's not going to be over 1 million anymore, so let's see. And I think we potentially will die this turn. Yeah, so 58,000 from a normal attack. Okay. Oh, he finally got a crit. Now he gets supered as well, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be GG. 286. And goodbye, Skinny Boo. But there you go. So that is the Skinny Boo as he currently is on Global at Rainbow Star. Probably not worth the orbs yet, so maybe wait until he gets his awakening, and then if you do have the orbs, maybe you want to rainbow it then rather than now. But let me know what you think down below in the comments. Have you already rainbowed yours in preparation? Maybe you have tons of spare orbs and wanted to do it straight away, but let me know what you guys think down below. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can follow me on Twitch or join my Discord. The links are in the description below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.